Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Big Kris Live, the live stream, and then the podcast, which you can find on all your normal podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and of course, our the little devil sitting on my shoulder, Dean Blundell, deanblundell.com. And we're streaming live on Facebook, but we'll be also streaming live via Dean Blundell's Twitter and YouTube channels. Please welcome to an awesome panel of friends, and I think there's going to be a lot of laughs here. This is the Older Dads Club podcast. Welcome in the top left corner, Joseph Kris. In the top right corner, we have two Pats, but I'm going to call him Patty. This is my best friend of 15 plus years, Patrick Johnson. Bottom left-hand corner is Pat Young, who is my wife's best friend's husband, but of course we're pals too, Pat. But I just had to bring Pat on. He's an established family man, but there's a really fucked up angle that I got to bring up to things. And then also the bottom right-hand corner, a former competitor on the radio of mine and turned friend and collaborator, Oz. Hello, Oz.
Buddy, did you shave your head for this episode? It looks very fresh.
Yeah, Oz was in my Oz was in my driveway this afterune, and
you didn't look that clean.
I cleaned up. I cleaned up just for you fucker. Yeah, I cleaned up just for this episode.
You're probably the only one that had a shower before this.
Yeah, I cleaned up good, right? Anyway, so Oz, you're showing off your baby there.
Oh no, it's not that I'm showing off, man. This is called parenting. See, in a marriage, you have to do your share.
Right, of course, right.
Holy crap, we're not even 5 minutes in and I've already learned something.
So Patrick Johnson, Patty, in the upper right-hand corner. Patty just really broke out the news to the family and everybody that, that you guys are expecting this summer. Patrick being my best friend, I know that we're having a daughter. You guys are keeping it secret, but I think that if anyone wants to know, it's me, because I want to know if you're having a boy, so we can finally join our great houses like fucking Game of Thrones style.
Well, I'd say it's not really, as you put it, it's like keeping it a secret. I don't know, of course. We don't know.
Yeah, so, right.
We just don't want to know. I mean, it's just one of the best Christmas presents I think you could ever expect, right? Like,
so you're not painting the baby's room right now. It's not why it's blue behind you.
No. So this is the pot smoking room. This is the blue room.
The green
it's blue
room.
for now. My wife told me to paint it ages ago.
Yeah.
So you say that now.
Distracted by weed in here.
You say that now, Kris, but in 15 years, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, come talk to my daughter. Like, it's not going to happen.
Right.
I know. That's one of the
you should really meet my daughter. Like, no.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
The dowry on that one.
Yeah, we'll join our houses when you're all 40, right? Or 80.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we're going to be old.
That's when you're really handing over the reins.
Old as shit back then. And
you know what? In this day and age, it could be a girl, and the houses could still join.
Well, that's true. Yeah,
also true.
And that's something we've been pondering when it comes to naming the baby too. Is we like unisex names, and I'm like, yeah, that's great. So when she grows up, if she changes or she decides she wants to play for the other team, that the name would go both ways as well. So she doesn't have to come up with something like fucking Elliot or something to to change their name too.
Their name
too. So also Joseph Kris in the upper left-hand corner. You were the last person that I saw before the pandemic, and the COVID was just sort of becoming real in our lives. They were starting to cancel things. That fucking basketball player touched all those microphones. I remember we were at Lee's Palace. We saw the band Lucky Chops.
Yeah.
And do you remember what happened at that show? Do you remember what was now looking back so crazy about it?
Yeah. So I bump into Kris and we start talking to each other, and I introduced my wife to his wife, and COVID had hit, and we were in Lee's Palace. Lee's Palace is small. There's 500 people, but Kris and I wouldn't shake hands because it's COVID. So we're kind of like fist bumping just to be safe around 500 sweaty people in like no non-ventilated room.
Yeah. This fist bump was safe.
And then the band was like, 3/4 of the way through their set, they had this like sort of love-in where they wanted you to introduce yourself to everyone around you and to hug the next person.
Yeah.
And I look at Kris like we're the only two sane guys in the room. Like, and then we're doing the elbow.
Yeah.
We're good. Yeah, it's good. And trying to sort of back people off as they came by.
Yeah, that was so weird.
That was the last show. I mean, that was the last show I went to. That was the last sort of outing.
Last show I went to was Snoop Dogg in Huntsville, just as COVID hit.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was. I think it was anyway. No, maybe not.
Oh, little peep over there.
Little peep.
Well, she doesn't agree. It wasn't. I'm mistaken. It wasn't.
Snoop Dogg.
What was it, mate?
That's interesting though. Like, yeah, what's everyone's last musical? Those were your last concerts, eh? Before...
Sorry, it wasn't Snoop Dogg in Huntsville. It was Dwayne Gretzky in Huntsville.
Dwayne Gretzky, right? The New Year's Eve show.
Who's
No,
Dwayne?
I think Dwayne Gretzky. Wayne Gretzky's son.
He's a musician.
Yeah.
No, that's not the
Seriously.
case. That's made up.
Wow,
That's a made-up fact.
That's made up stories.
That's totally made up.
Bought him
Is
all
it?
these hockey sticks, and he's
Hang
like,
on, no,
"I
is
want
it?
to try."
Is it made up? Because someone told me with there that that's who it was. I just
No.
believe them.
No.
Oh,
All right, so
Pause. I'm so happy that
even your baby
Like,
knew. He like it was
I
Snoop Dogg.
can like
She's like,
Wayne.
no. Was
I
Dwayne
picture,
Gretzky?
like, the
No.
great-
no,
I
not
picture
happening.
the great '99 just crying over the hockey sticks he bought his son. It's like, Dad, I want a guitar. He's trying to hit hockey pucks with an acoustic.
So I'm going to ask a question off the top here, guys. We're all either fathers or expecting fathers, or Joe just had twins. Yeah, we got to get into
Jesus.
that in a few
The
minutes.
look on everyone's face. Ew.
Well, we can talk about the look that was on my
That's a lot of
face.
poop.
That's a lot of poop.
There was
Poop's
so
the least of your worries, man.
The least. The least.
yeah, there's worse things than poop out there for sure.
Yeah.
Like they talk about COVID variants. There's poop variants. There's a lot of those going on. But I want to talk about something that's gone viral in the last day or so. There was a dad who had a newborn, and he realized, or the doctors told him, that his newborn was severely underweight, and that at his daughter's next check-in, that his daughter would have to put on a ton of weight. So the dad devised a beer bong style device
That'll do it.
so his daughter could chug formula. I'm going to put the video up on the screen now due to technical problems. The guys on the other end of the screen can't see this clip, but I'm going to
This
play
has
it.
to be child abuse in some way.
No, it's here. It is.
Funnel
Look it
it.
up. I gotta look it up.
I gotta
while
see
you're-
it. I see nothing.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Sorry, guys.
I love the look. There's the baby right there. So yeah. Anyways, it's out there, guys. It's on TikTok.
For somebody who can't-
that's why I can't find it because I'm an adult. I'm on YouTube. I don't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on
It's on
TikTok.
TikTok.
Oh, well, hey, I think you're talking to the wrong demographic here.
I can't see it. I know nothing about it. I didn't see it, but did it work?
Yeah, it actually did work. Yeah, it was successful. Yeah, the baby was like loving it. Actually, she was getting right on it. Right. So
But like, why would you devise a funnel device? Why wouldn't you just keep feeding them?
I guess so that they could really
Like,
just.
No, I want to know what was the dad doing that he had all this spare time now because while the funnel's loaded, it's on a hamster service right now where the little hamster can just go to town. I'll just go fucking play some board games.
Well,
Watch porn.
Are the parents saying chug, 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 chug?
yeah, that's right. They're cheering her on. Yeah.
They're doing little handstands.
Start the party young.
So I guess the question is here.
Can see the kid in university in the future. Holy shit, Doug's a natural.
The question
I remember.
is parenting done right? Question mark. Who wants to go first? Done right?
What do you mean?
Yeah, is that good
it's in it.
parenting?
Yeah, for sure. I think as a parent, you got to be innovative, and to me, that ticks all the boxes. Gets the job done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
I can say like with twins, it's all about efficiency. So if you can devise a system that saves you a nanosecond from the next, and that sounds like it, then that's parenting done right. You know, when someone gives you one of those little sleepers with snaps, and it's like, who the fuck invented that? You're in the middle of the night, you're trying to snap. It's like, we threw them all out. Like, everything has zippers, everything snaps together. Like, it's all about efficiency so that you can actually like enjoy your life, right?
Yeah.
Anything inefficient, cuts away from you being like loving with your kid, or when your kids are asleep hanging out with your partner or whatever, right? But
having twins, you probably would have had to include like some sort of like a keg and a pump, maybe.
Yeah. You're throwing a keg party if that's the style.
Yeah.
Pat Young, what about you, dude? Is that good parenting? You have 2 kids already.
You do what you got to do. You know, it's a matter of survival at that point. You guys haven't experienced the screaming babies yet. Neither have I really. Jen took care of that, but you do what you got to do.
Yeah. All right. So it's just a matter of necessity. And Patty, you pro, a thumbs up or thumbs down? Good parenting?
Well, I guess at first, the way you described it, I envisioned more of a force-fed situation. But as time goes on, I just understand now it's like, you know, it was just a nonstop supply of food for the little hamster to just keep going to town. And Dad and Mom had some free time. They just looked over every now and then to make sure that, you know, the kid's stomach wasn't exploding, I guess. And boom. I mean, I'm down.
Yeah.
No, I dig it.
I'm picturing one of those, like, where they feed the goose to make foie gras, you know?
That's like when Kris first described it. Like, my experience with a funnel and beer, it didn't go so well when I was a kid. Like, that stuff was coming into you, you know? Just open your throat, they said. It died.
So, Joe, you have twins. And so 40-year-old dad's club. You're 40, right?
Yeah, 41.
41 and twins.
You look great, brother.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah, everybody's looking great here. I think there's a lot of people would tune in and think, wow, I can't believe all these guys are around 40. But
dude, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm 20. I'm 31.
The years have not been kind.
I look good though, right?
So, Joe, twins at 41. Was this? Yeah. Like, what obviously it's a blessing. Obviously you're excited. I see your pictures. They look adorable on Facebook. But like when I saw you at Lee's Palace a year ago, was that in the cards?
Kid was in the cards, singular.
Oh, wow.
Kid was in the cards. What was it in February that we saw each other? When was that show?
It would have been like maybe a few weeks ago. It would have been Feb for sure. Yeah.
It would have been Feb. Okay, so we weren't pregnant yet, but you know, almost. But yeah, the plan was, you know, because my wife was like, you know, I think I want 3 kids. How many do you want? And I said, well, I don't know, because I don't have any kids. Let's have one, and we can talk about afterwards, you know, how many we want. So we're definitely having 2.
Nice. It's been figured out. It's good.
But it's, you know, yeah.
What's it been like? What have you done differently than, I guess, because you haven't had a singular pregnancy, but what have you done differently that you think we would have to do with a single child? Like what have been some of the anomalies with the twins?
The anomaly is if you wake up a sleeping baby, because if one wakes up, you wake up the other.
If one shits, does the other shit?
No, they're not. They're not connected by the bowel. They're now separate. They're now separate.
I have 2 dogs, right? I have 2 dogs, and sometimes they're outside, and one dog shits, and the other dog looks over, and it's like, oh yeah, I guess it's time to shit.
Oh yeah, no,
like a sympathy shit.
That would be nice because it would time everything. But because
you just need to point it out. I think
that's what you want.
For the other twin.
Because you want to time everything. So if one wakes up, you wake up the other one and you feed them. Where I would imagine if you have one kid and it's asleep, you're like, okay, it's the middle of the night, like 4 a.m. Like, you're not waking up your kid to
yeah, right.
do anything.
Yeah.
So you have to keep them on schedule. And then everything, I'm not a very regimented person. I sort of fly by the seat of my pants. I get shit done, you know, but you know, you have to be a lot more diligent if you want any part of your life, because at the beginning it was just chaos. And then my wife put in a system where this time they sleep and this time they're awake.
Oh,
And this time
thank-
we feed them.
Thank
And
God
it's
for
like-
wives and their systems.
The why?
Oh my
For the first
God.
time, I'm like, yeah, we should follow this system directly. Really specifically, I'm 100% on board. Which is that's certainly new for me. Not even fighting the system. Just just going.
Just
for
going with it. Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Is this your first? Are these kids your first kids?
Yeah.
Wow, because there's two experiences, man. This is having a baby during COVID and then
Yeah.
having a baby before COVID. It was
Sure.
way more fun before COVID.
No, to be honest with you, COVID was like, I
Craziness.
hate saying this because I know a lot of people were pretty negatively affected. A lot, it was horrible for a lot of people.
100%.
But for us, it actually worked out really, really well in a weird way. Like, so when my wife was pregnant, she was not feeling well at all. And she was able to work from home, which she never would have done. And I was here, like, helping her make lunch and trying to be supportive. And, she was ducking Zoom calls to throw up and stuff, right?
I love you use the
And
word
then-
trying.
Yeah.
Obviously, no, you weren't succeeding.
yeah. And she didn't have to like dodge texts about going out for drinks or going to shows. There's that period where they have to like pretend.
Yeah.
I'm just not feeling well.
Right.
So there was no fear missing out. I wasn't getting pulled in a million directions like I always am with my group of friends. Going everywhere and mini trips and shows and stuff like that.
Yeah. Joe's a band guy. Like you must see 1,000 shows a year if it wasn't for the
Yeah.
pandemic. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so and then we were right in the throes of COVID during the birth. No visitors to the
Yeah,
hospital.
weird, right?
And then we came home and it was just our little unit. I could work from my basement, which I'd never done. I could hang out in the middle of the day. My mom came and actually lived with us for 2-3 months, which she wouldn't have done if it wasn't for COVID. She wouldn't have. She usually goes down south
Yeah.
Right.
during the winter, and so like everything. We had this little unit, and it just I guess it worked out. It worked out well. It was weird.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's another experience. It'd be nice for us to hang out with our friends and in the summer.
Absolutely.
But it's so busy anyway that we had our little contained unit and it actually worked well.
Oh, I feel like the pandemic gave us, some of us anyways, the time to get around to it. At least
Yeah.
in my case, it feels like, we've always had very busy schedules. My wife's a career woman. I work weird shift work, get up early in the morning to do the radio show. So it's like, it's for sure, it was for sure a blessing in that regard. But you know what hasn't been a blessing? And Joe, you'll know this, and Oz, you too, having a baby during these times in COVID times. And luckily, Patrick, hopefully you'll be on the other side of it by the time it gets to this point for you.
Absolutely.
But like doing Zoom calls, doing Zoom meetings and Zoom courses.
No,
Like-
it was the worst.
Yeah.
The Zoom courses. So like the pre-birth courses or Zoom courses?
Yeah, I guess you
Yeah.
guys
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
do all that,
Right.
Oz, because this is number 3 for you
Oh
guys.
yeah, number 3. They don't care. They don't show you anything. They're like, you know
here's
exactly
the
what
keys.
you've done.
Take it off the lot.
That's good.
But the Zoom thing, like I had to do the birthing course. We did an online car seat course. The birthing course was
Do they still
was
show
fucked
the
to you guys.
baby, like, do they actually still show an actual birth?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I thought they stopped that.
There's my face right there on the screen.
No, I saw it, and it was a doggy style birth.
It was. That's what I said. I was like, "Oh my god, is this a doggy style birth?" I said on the thing, and everyone looked at me like I had 4 heads, and I'm like,
Did
"What
you
do you?"
say that?
I did. I said it on the call. Yeah, I know, man.
As
Like,
soon as I saw the picture, I was like, that word came to me. You sent that me via ESPN or TSP.
yeah.
We were talking about it before we went live, but I did one that was just all the parents were having either 2 kids or one was having 3, having triplets.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, it's crazy. And there was one guy who was kind of an idiot, and and he and his wife passes out on the Zoom course on the couch. So she slowly does this, right?
Oh god.
And he just slowly kind of leaves and leaves her asleep for half an hour.
Oh, I love
Half an
it.
hour, passed out on the couch. It was terrible. It's like, okay, all right, super dad.
See, that's a veteran dad move.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, yeah. Pat's like, I've used that move. I used that move yesterday.
That's
That's it. 3 times a week.
player recognized player.
Now, I am excited. Pat Young, you've been really, really quiet down there in the left-hand corner, but I have to bring up the fact that Pat is here. He's already got 2 daughters who are well on their way to being grown up. But, Pat, I don't know what's wrong with you. You haven't made in the shade. You got a big house, 2 daughters who are what, 7 and 8?
6 and 8.
6 and 8.
Yes.
2 daughters, like they're underway, you know?
Yeah.
Like you're rolling, man.
But
You
they're
just
pretty self-sufficient at this point.
You just bought an Infinity.
Yeah.
I
What
love
kind?
it. You got a huge house. I've been there. It's lovely. And then for some reason, you're getting a reversal, and you're
Oh,
trying for a third. What the
I
fuck?
had the reversal.
Had the reversal.
Oh no!
Has
It's
the
it's
reversal.
How
done.
long ago? Are you sitting on a cushion?
No, it was in January.
All right,
Hang
so,
on.
so
Wow.
How does it
have
work,
any
though?
side effects?
How does it work? They just
What?
connect everything back up?
Yeah,
be honest.
yeah.
The fact I'm holding one probably knows I know nothing about a vasectomy.
I'll
But
take this. I'll take this for you, Pat. As far as I know from The Simpsons, it's basically they tie a knot and then they untie it.
Wow. If it was only that easy.
Do you have a piece of foreign plumbing in there? Like, did they put an aftermarket, like a third party, like pipe in there to?
A McDonald's straw.
Yeah.
You couldn't find a plastic one anywhere, so the paper straws they don't hold up anymore. So.
Yeah. So, Pat, why, Pat? Do you like you even listen? Pat already, his wife already showed up here. He is my wife's best friend. She already brought all their old baby stuff to our house. It's already here, man. Do we have to give that back to you after we're done with it?
It's all yours. She's already bought all the new
Oh,
stuff.
that's the game. She wants to buy
Yeah.
new stuff.
She's
Oh.
spending money, so
she
it's,
brought the new
any-
stuff before it even had the reversal.
I'd believe it.
Well-
I'd believe it.
Well, Chris, I'll
Yeah.
tell you the story. So since I had the reversal, she didn't want me to have it in the first place, although we knew that it was the right thing for us to do at the point. And she's always wanted it. And then you happened. You and your wife happened.
Are you blaming us?
You did it.
Are you blaming us?
100%, I'm blaming you for this. Yeah. It's
Baby fever is real.
Sorry, what's that?
Baby fever is real.
Yes.
It truly is. It truly is. Yeah.
Wow.
That's misery breeds company, right?
Well, well, it's so funny, Pat, because Pat T in the upper right-hand corner, Patrick Johnson, same thing, right? Patty, like there was your other friend, Pat. God, there's so many Pats. But anyways, Pat Ireton.
We all got married in first it was it was you and it was me and Kay, Lady Kay. Then it was you and lovely Lisa, and then it was Pat and Sarah, and we're all having babies within the same fucking time frame as we got married in an opposite order.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is so absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I can't wait for everything. I can't wait for family camping. I can't wait for the misery guys of waking up at 2 a.m. Between us guys and of course I guess everyone else watching. I never even thought I'd have a freaking child.
I love that you say that you're ready to wake up. You're excited about.
I know. I'm listening to him. No fucking idea.
I love waking up early. I wake up and as my wife hates me. She I wake up
Buddy,
and
it's not about waking up early, man. It's about waking up every 2 hours.
bring it.
Yeah.
Bring it. Honestly, bring it. I'm so lucky to be in a position where I'm having a child. There was a mindset I had, as Kris can tell you, years ago, where I was just living Californication style in my the bottom house of a place downtown. And I was like, well, this is it. I had 2 dogs, Pearl and Jam, and we're just, this is it. I'm, everyone I met was psychotic. Could never picture walking down an aisle, let alone having a child with them. And next thing I know, you just get picked.
Well,
And I was worried about Pat getting the reversal, but you giving up that life.
I tell you, sometimes you just find the golden egg, man.
Well,
It's golden.
Patty, you'll say same with me. Like you and I were
Lisa,
both.
are you kidding me?
But-
If my wife left me tomorrow, you're gonna end up with in a ditch because your brake lines are cut.
Oh, fuck off. No,
She's
fuck
gold.
you and Oz. Oz keeps joking about he wants to fuck my wife too. Both of you fuckers are after her.
Lady K is number one, but if they were running a race, right? Basically, it's close call.
The only reason I do it is Kris gets so awkward.
So Kris could what?
Kris gets so awkward. I love it. It's like Kris thinks I might have a chance, and he gets all uncomfortable.
No, I know you don't have a chance because even after you left our driveway today, Oz, Lisa like waved at you from the front step or whatever, and she comes back. I come back in after you left, and she's like, "I never realized how tiny Oz was."
Oh, he's just saying that, Oz.
But she's not talking about my stature.
Oh yeah, well, hey, that means she's seen it. Fuck.
Was it like that scene in The Other Guys where he's like, "Bye, Lisa." Okay, yeah, shut up, Kris. Go inside. Bye, Lisa.
So back to the reversal. I have a friend who his dad had a kid with his second wife in his 70s, and so instead of doing a reversal, they actually go in with a needle. And they take sperm out
of the ball,
out of the balls.
Oh yeah.
And then they do IVF. So you can, even though you have a vasectomy, you don't have to get a reversal because there's only a certain window that you can get a reversal. Right?
If you have to do that, your wife fucking hates you. Like I saw a story. It might have been fake news. Probably was, but that in China they were insisting that anyone flying in from Japan had to get the anal coronavirus swab. Because they had something against the Japanese or whatever.
Yeah. Japan sent like a formal thing like, please don't anal swab. That's the worst.
Yeah, same.
And then there's going to be that one person who, of course, is like, no problem.
Yeah. It's like, someone fucking hates you, man, if they're doing shit to you. Sticking a needle in your balls, swabbing your ass, whichever, right?
I don't know.
Honestly, someone on the front line somewhere gets today's memo, and it's like, here's the new procedure.
You get into work in the morning. You're working at Border Patrol or Border Security. You open your paper. You're sipping your coffee, and they're like, here's the new procedure.
Did you imagine? Could you imagine someone pulling up and like holding up their nose, like ready for the nose swab, and they're just like, well. You're gonna have to spread something else now.
Spread everything.
Are you from Japan?
Am I the only one that would prefer the anal swab?
I'm with you, Oz, on that one.
Just like I don't want that thing down my nose. You're more than welcome to wipe my ass.
They're not wiping it on.
Oh, they're not? Oh, they're going in.
They gotta go in a little.
Oh, never mind.
If it was a wipe, you just didn't do it. Yeah, everyone wants a daily wipe.
I wonder where this is going. Am I the only one? I'm like, I think it's pretty safe to say you are the only one.
There's people watching that are nodding along.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Always one in the crowd.
100%.
Okay, speaking of people, the silent majority nodding along, can I just throw something out here to the panel? So, pregnancy porn, anyone?
No, you brought this up the other day, okay? You son of a bitch. All right? You're like, and we're talking about the glow Lisa had in her picture, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
back to how hot my wife is. Great idea.
Something about her being pregnant. Then it led to something else, and you made some other comment about porn about it. And I'm just like, no. Sometimes, like, accidentally, I'll look up the wrong thing.
Yeah, all sorts of weird stuff comes up in the suggested links.
Yeah, exactly.
Chris. Terrible.
So, Kris, are you asking for a friend, man, or is this something that you're going through?
I'm just throwing it out as a point of discussion.
I'm saying that your wife is hot no matter what. And I don't mean your wife. I mean your wife in general. Beautiful. I love Kay. The whole time, whenever. Yeah. And
right.
No, Kris, you took that too far. Gross.
Okay.
Why would you watch porn? Why would you watch porn of a pregnant person?
Okay. Rest of the
Why
panel.
not?
All right, Patrick has had his say. Rest of the panel.
I
Oh,
thought you were.
100%.
I thought you were about to make this pregnant porn live, Chris.
No.
Who's in? Who's with me?
No,
How much time we got?
Okay, so it's a.
Chris is saying, but no, Chris is saying, Chris, you're saying you're kind of into it.
I'm not into it. I'm not saying I'm into it. I'm just saying it's out there. It exists, and I was just curious if anyone would admit to it. That's all.
Well, as
Yeah,
anyone
Chris,
can
have you-
attest, it starts with curiosity.
Chris, have you watched enough of it to make an informed decision? on it?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I haven't. No, during this time, I have not watched pregnancy porn. But there was a time when I was
did that.
when I was a youth, and
No,
this.
let me count the wrinkles in his forehead again. Say that again. Yeah. Say I don't watch it. There was
I
5.
don't know. I haven't watched it in this recently,
Hey,
but
guys.
like it goes back to when I was a teenager, and one of the very first porno movies I saw was a pregnancy porn, and I actually think that is why
Okay,
it has
where
taken
did
me
you
so
go?
long to have a baby that I finally,
How
you know
old
what I
were
mean?
you when you saw this porn, and what sock drawer did you get it out of your father?
It was the older brother of a friend of mine who is usually there's always an older brother or a cousin of someone that would always hook you guys up with porn, right? And
Nope.
in this case, it was a guy named Tyler, and Tyler just said, "Oh yeah, that's that orange." And he was as a joke, he made sure it was pregnancy porn, and
Now,
so we
because
popped it
it
in, and
was
and I can even remember the name of the porno. It was called Ready to Drop.
Oh, so it wasn't homemade.
No, it wasn't.
Anyway.
No, it wasn't homemade. No, it was a
I think
produced
those
film.
days, a lot of it was.
Wow.
Shout out to Tyler. What's his last name?
Tyler Close.
I'm kidding.
No, but yeah, it was. I mean, it was a good prank. Looking back, I'm like, that's fucking funny. You know what I
That is
mean?
funny.
These 14-year-olds are thinking, like 13, 14-year-olds are like, oh my god, we got a VHS tape. We got a tape, man. Oh my god. Now we got to wait for someone's parents not to be home so we can go watch it. And we finally get the moment. We put it in, and it was, and all of a sudden we're like, what the fuck is this?
I remember I was in a similar situation. My buddy put in it was like late at night. He put in the VHS. We were 14, and he looks at me and he goes, "You want a blanket?"
That is absolutely.
I'm good.
That's the greatest I've ever heard.
That's a good friend, though.
I'm good. I'm all set.
That's a good.
Yeah, it's a good friend.
That's a good. A better one would have been like, "You want some chips?" And some blanket?
You want a blanket? No.
What for?
What, man? What?
Yeah, is it drafty in here? No.
I don't even know.
Are you getting one?
Only if you are, man. Only if you're getting up.
Oh, if you getting one,
No, it's just my thumb.
Oh man, I love hanging out and chatting with all you guys because we're all at different stages or similar stages. I love the middle-age vibe.
Oh man, I want to find out if everyone else is a yay or a nay on the pregnant poll.
Yeah, everyone dodged it. Everyone got out of that.
Yeah, no, go back through, make everyone answer.
All right, Joe.
No.
No.
Hard
Pat.
pass.
None.
That's a yes. That pause is a yes, Pat.
No. I'm definitely going to check it out tonight, though.
Yeah, he's like, oh well. Now that I've got to recommend, it was getting dry. I've watched everything anyways.
That's right. This is better than the Netflix recommendation.
And Oz.
The closest I've been is probably that prenatal video they make you watch.
Oh yeah. Dude, that was a wake up call. Like the look
Yeah.
on my face. I mean, it was even weirder. I was aghast. I can't even. Pat, did you watch that angle? Did you see that angle? Did you see the baby come out?
I was at the top, so you know that
You were topside, top deck.
Yeah, you know, and you get the advice going into it, like don't look down, but yeah, don't look down.
So you were on the north looking south, not south
that's
looking
right.
north.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah. Oz?
That's right.
I really don't remember. I was petrified during it. I think I did look.
Yeah.
It's like a car accident on the 401. Everyone slows down. You don't want to look. You don't. "Ooh, I don't
But you
wanna
just
see
But you have to.
quick
it."
glance.
You have to.
Yeah.
And that's yeah.
More of a 400
Because, yeah.
actually. More of a 400 than a 401.
Yeah, it is. You're probably right.
Well, different body types. Different body types. You know.
Yeah.
Could be a Highway 15. You know. You never know.
It's not a 407.
As long as it's not as long as it's not an Autobahn.
Yeah.
No, it's a magical thing though, man. It really is. Like I did look, but it's pretty amazing.
Oh, it's really surreal.
Yeah, I mean, the whole childbirth is amazing. The fact that that women can do that. Am I wrong? I mean, like it's spectacular.
Amazing. Yeah, especially when you go through it. When your baby comes into the world and you're part of that, like you kind of there's a part of you going into it where you're like you're all psyched, going, I will not look, I will not look, I will not look, and you look.
Oh yeah.
Well, I had a different reaction because everyone says like, oh, instantly it changes your life and you know right away that you're gonna care for this being and everything. For me, it was like,
well, first
so
off,
much more. Yeah, but it was so much more like technical and just a weight, knowing that it went smoothly. Weight off me, knowing that it went smoothly because twins, you know, you don't do it in the delivery room. They take you into where they could do surgery, but we didn't have to do it. Yeah,
oh, wow.
Because just in case something goes wrong.
Yeah, just in case.
So it was just such a relief that everything went smoothly. And to me, I didn't really like click until even maybe 6 weeks later when they start to smile and you start to see facial expressions. And that's when I connected. That's when I had that experience that some people describe having instantly.
Yeah, gotcha.
When their kids were born.
Yeah, you just totally go into autopilot.
Yeah. It was just like, is everything okay? What can I do? You know, like, you know, I can't do shit. I'm just, you know, I'm not a doctor. I'm not, you know, how can I, you know, make this happen?
Let me scrub in.
That's been my biggest fear, I have to say. Like that, going into the delivery room, I want to be the most supportive husband and father to be of all time. I want to have all the right words and all the right things to say, but that's my biggest worry. I'm going to run out of things like encouraging, motivational Monday things to say. Like, you got this, babe.
Just go watch some Anthony Robbins and just make some notes. Just repeat the easiest bit.
Sure.
Yes.
The well will be dry. Like if this, like Patrick and I know
Hold on. The well will be dry, and you're a radio guy. You're gonna run out of shit to say.
That's the problem.
You do it for a living.
No,
that is your job.
The weight of the moment.
Hang on.
To say.
Is it gonna be the kind of stuff that Lisa wants to hear?
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, like she just wanted me to hear go like, holy fuck, holy shit, oh my god. She doesn't want to hear that.
Not like, well, it's 7:02 and things are running pretty good. You're gonna have to push a little harder, Lisa.
That's giving some weather updates. Time check.
Well,
it's 8:42. And
we're up in the
traffic should be pretty good on the way home.
We're up in the chopper right now. We're getting a bird's eye view right now. We're taking a look. Oh my goodness, we got some congestion. We got some congestion in the off ramp. Everybody.
Chris, the only advice for that is when you run out of things to say, go get ice chips.
Ice chips that's the go-to?
Ice chips is the go-to. Gets you out of the room for a couple minutes to regroup. You know, you look like the hero when you bring them back. It's,
also, if your buddy just had a vasectomy reversal, ice chips. Bring them ice chips.
Yeah, you're gonna get
blueberries.
Yeah,
all the ice chips and frozen edamame you can handle there, Pat.
I got a buddy whose wife went into labor, and he ended up delivering the baby on the driveway.
No.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And with a paramedic neighbor came running over halfway through.
That's like a dream.
Oh, can you imagine? You're like, I said I wasn't going to look.
Yeah.
You watch Grey's Anatomy and stuff like that, and you just think, oh man, I could be a doctor too.
Right. Well, you've got all the gear, rubber gloves and a mask.
Yeah. That's pure.
This has been a fun chat, guys. I appreciate having you all on. We're going to wrap it up shortly here. I appreciate.
Well, can we talk about how you've just been killing it with your podcast? Great guests. Great content. It's awesome, Chris. I'm following and I'm loving it.
You guys, thanks. And Joe, by the way, is an alumnus of the podcast. He was back many moons ago in the audio-only stream, but the band Slamboni, which I still love the name, even though the band isn't a band anymore. I still have your vinyl. It pops on the turntable from time to time, man.
Hey, it sounds like you guys can open up for Dwayne Gretzky.
Yeah, that was before he had big bands on his podcast.
Wow. No,
right
no.
at the birth of it.
No, man. I'm still like, listen, I'm still all about just having good people on and having good chats. And you guys, of course, are all part of the Rolodex. You're welcome back anytime. Oz, how's your babe there? Is she good? Is she ready for bed?
Yeah, she's good, mate. No, she's good. They're good. You'll get used to it.
Awesome. Oz, and also Joseph Kreef. Pat Young, good luck with the efforts on baby number 3, Pat. Holy shit, dude. Are you going to have to bring your Infinity back to the dealership? Or
No, it's a 7-seater, so it's the SUV.
Oh, you planned ahead, man. See, that's the problem. When I bought my import, I got the Audi. I got the Audi A4, but that's not an SUV, right? Like that's going to have to go, man. It's going to have to go.
Good Lord. I grew up in a Chevrolet Citation. You know, I gotta get a huge car for my one kid.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. I guess we only got the one. On the topic of reversals and so forth, I'll just leave you with this. I just got a calendar invite during this episode from Lisa. She booked my vasectomy for April 29th.
Congratulations.
And she booked a reversal for 3 years later.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
The reminder, the repeating thing. Yeah, 3 years. This was a lot of fun. Thanks.
Yeah,
Nice to meet
thanks,
you guys.
Joe.
Chris, one last thing. If we could maybe do a 1-year reunion show, I want to check in on Patty and see if he's still as excited as what he is.
No, he won't be. He'll be a wreck.
I'm down.
He'll be booking his
Gentlemen, there's a little. I tell you this much. I am going to. I just can't wait to rub it all in your faces. It's gonna be great.
Listen, I've seen Patty with his nieces, and he is the uncle with the munklest most, or whatever I don't have a rhyme for it. Anyways,
I play laser tag like a mamma jamma.
Yeah.
I run on 4 hours sleep.
I just love how you two guys who haven't got any kids are just building each other up, guys.
Yeah.
You can put those away.
I know, yeah. The two guys who have not had the kids yet are sitting here going like, we're excited, and everyone else has got
I
bags.
shit. I have to. It's within my right to talk all this shit. Now maybe I'm just building myself up, right?
Yeah,
because you have to manifest.
That's legit.
Manifest.
That's legitimate.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, holy shit, yeah, I'm scared.
When I do my manifestation, it's normally in the shower when I'm crying.
I picture myself like as the delivery's going down, like Johnny Depp in Blow, where he's just not cocaine induced.
Yeah.
You want to have a look, Mr. Johnson? We need ice chips.
Gotta go.
Pile of ice chips unused over in the corner.
The Older Dads Club. Joseph Kreef, Patrick Johnson, Pat Young, Oz. Just the one name, like fucking Cher. Oz.
I'm Cher, you're Sonny.
Yeah, there we go. Thanks for being on the podcast, you guys.
Thanks.
Love you,
Take care.
man. Love you guys.
See you guys.